When I was first diagnosed, it was like I was appalled. I was like totally in denial. It was a hard pill for me to swallow, and I just couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable to me. All type of emotions was going through. I was going through a lot of emotions: shame, guilt, um, lonely, feeling like it was the end of the world. That was my deathbed. I mean, it was a multiple emotions. I was on an emotional roller coaster, basically. And I stayed in denial for a pretty long time. I kind of like suppressed those emotions and, you know, kept it in the back of my head.
Once you got the news from your doctor, how did you feel about what they had to say? Did they give you any type of educational information? Did they go through any steps with you? What happened?
Well, it was told to me that I was positive, and then I had to come back and make a follow up. And I seen the doctor, and I was seeing this doctor, and he was telling me that, I didn't need to take any medication or anything because at that time my CD4s was like in the thousands. I remember him saying that, but it was like I was showing up, but like I said, I was in recovery then when I had found out. And shortly after that, I think I stayed sober for like 11 months. I was like 1 week from a year of sobriety, and I had relapsed. I had reservations, so that just made my addiction just progress because of the situation of me finding out that I was positive, and just to suppress those emotions and those feelings and being in denial, that made it more better for me, using drugs. So I stood out there. I got high for many, many, many years before I got sober now. And I stayed in denial for many, many years. I was diagnosed in '98. It took me to 2010 to really, totally, grasp it and embrace it and start taking care of myself fully. Like going to my doctor every 90 days, making my appointments, taking my medication, being adherence with it.
You talked to your family about it. How was that when, as far as the emotional end of it, how did that feel?
It felt like a burden was lifted off of me. I was finally able to express it and confess to somebody. And then them being my family, it made things a little more easier for me to like you know, kind of somewhat embrace it, and just knowing that they knew, because they were close, and just just it played a great big deal. I got therapy, and you know, and just having support groups is plays a big part of my life. It helps me to deal with it and identify some things that I need to probably can, express, like the women group that we have at CWAP. I look forward to that because I get to talk about any and everything. And, even my status, because there's people there like, like I am. So I feel comfortable in my skin today. I feel much at ease, and like the guy was saying about peace, I feel serene. I have a sound mind. And like I said, I'm comfortable in my skin with it, so that's a good feeling. You have a peace of mind. I recommend anybody to get tested. I really do.
Yeah, it's really important. Don't sit there and say, "Well, I don't want to know." That's the worst thing you can do. Go out there and get tested. And you don't know how many lives you will save by taking some friends with you.
So many that don't even want to know. And I say that's where the epidemic comes in, for people not knowing and then passing it on to other people, and and so on, because you can live a long longevity life. The medications that they have are very helpful to prolonging your life. If you take care of yourself, eat healthy, and do the things you need to do.
Because we actually offer support groups on every second and fourth Monday of the month, and it's our women's empowerment group. In there, women have the opportunity to learn things about stress, how to read your labs, different things like nutrition. We just had a group today on nutrition. Also on the weekends, we have groups on the north side every first and third Saturday of the month, where women can actually come and discuss issues with their lives, and have some common ground. It's really good to talk to someone that's been in your shoes. And we also have support groups on the second and fourth Saturdays on the South Side location. We also offer free therapy to women, you don't need any medical card, you don't need to have any type of insurance or any money. You just come in and get that.